In this video, we will take a look at the impact tree of a business service. The impact tree shows the state of all the CIs and how they affect each other when receiving an alert. This video includes activating a business service, the connection between the impact tree and the business service map, and modifying an impact rule. We are logged in with a user who has the Event Management Admin role. First, we navigate to Dashboard. Here, we can see all the operational business services. We are looking for a specific business service, Customer Management. It's not operating yet, so we can't see it. In order to operate it, we will navigate to the Business Services page. Let's locate the Customer Management Business Service. We can change the operational status by editing it inline here, or from within the business service form. Don't forget to save or update. After we have changed the relevant business service to operational, we go back to the dashboard. Now that the business service is activated, we can find it in the dashboard. Here it is. Let's take a further look at the business service by double-clicking on it. Here we can see the business service map. It shows CIs participating in a service and their connections. In the upper right-hand corner, we can see the Impact Tree button. Let's click on it. Now we see the Impact Tree. Besides all of the CIs shown in the business service map, the impact tree includes all the impact connections to infrastructure, such as host, ESX, etc. In the impact tree, we can see the state of all the CIs. Each color represents a different state of the business service or the CI. Green means all is well. Blue means warning. Yellow, minor effect. Orange, major effect. And red is critical effect. We can filter the CIs by their state with the filter slide. Obviously, it is very important for us to review any alerts created for this business service. We can do so by clicking the Alert button at the bottom of the screen. The area at the bottom of the screen displays all the alerts created for the CIs, which are part of this business service. To filter this list and to display only alerts associated with a specific CI, click on it in the map. Double-click on the map background to display all alerts again. Here's the Impact button. It shows the impact rules we have in place. We'll now move back to the impact tree. Each CI can be affected from alerts that it gets of different severities. It can also be affected by its children's alerts. The color of a CI is decided by the highest level of severity from its own alerts and its children's alerts. But what we really want to know is how the alerts impact the business service as a whole. For this, we use the impact tree. The first CI is the head of the tree and it represents the business service. Each CI can impact the business service directly or its parent, where its parent is defined as the CI directly associated with it. The impact tree is composed of impact rules. There are several default or mandatory rules per CI or business service. The most basic impact rule is the application member. Let's take a look at one of the CIs by clicking on it. As we can see, we have two applications running on this host. That's why we see this CI twice in the impact tree. Once the host gets an alert, automatically all the applications running on it receive the same level of alert. Let's see how the alert is passed up using the impact rule. The first value that we can see is the impact on, which has two options, parent and business service. If the value is parent, the alert will affect the CI's parent, which can be seen in the map or in the impact tree. Let's change it into business service. Now, this CI affects the business service directly and appears under the business service, not under its parent. The last four columns control the flow of the alerts in the tree from one CI to the next. Each rule represents the influence each CI has on their parent or business service. We can decide that if a specific CI is in the critical state, but it's not compromising the business service, we only want to show a minor alert for the entire service, not a critical alert. And vice versa. If we get a minor alert on an important CI in the service, we can create a major alert on the parent or on the business service. The influence value is another way to control the influence. We can express a weight for the alert, and until all the CIs under a specific parent sum to that value, the alert will not be delegated to the parent. Another rule is the cluster member influence rule. Unlike other rules that apply to the CI they are defined on, this one applies to all of the CIs under the cluster CI where the rule is defined. It's the same as the application member, except for the percent column. Each cluster is composed of several CIs where all of them function as one. The percent field is the amount of cluster members that should get an alert in order to pass the alert upward. For example, a cluster with 3 CIs and the value of 40% needs 2 CIs to pass the alert to its parent because each CI in the cluster has the weight of 33%. On the other hand, if there are only 2 CIs in the cluster, a value of 40% will cause each alert to be delegated. For more information, please consult our product documentation or knowledge base, or ask a question in the ServiceNow community.